Alright, we're back with more random battles to the top. Titan into Tauros is definitely not a good matchup. Now, we have ideas. We can go to Miss Magius here, but obviously they can predict that too, because it's pretty obvious, I'm not leaving a Titan in on a Tauros. But at the same time, I don't have a ton of options here. I could pivot Keldeo, but if they close combat with Band, I'm in trouble. I'm just going to make a play. If they predict me, they predict me. But, okay, good. Now, at this point, we don't know if they're Life Orb Throat Chop, or really we don't know if they're Banded or Life Orb. I could make the Keldeo play, so the idea with Keldeo is it would switch in the Throat Chop, and I would be able to outspeed it. I'm going to go Keldeo, just pivot around here. Yep, they go to Heatran, and that's kind of the idea. I don't know, obviously I had no idea they would go to Heatran specifically, but the idea is that Miss Magius, even though it has a Life Orb, it's pretty weak. There's a ton of Pokemon that might be able to take it on normal type Pokemon, is what I was trying to target here, but very fortunate. We can substitute, Calm Mind. They might try to Greed. They go to Cacturne, and now we're looking good. We can Calm Mind again. Secret Sword would do a lot of damage. And Tauros, if it close combats, it gets a defense drop. I can Secret Sword. Yeah, I can do that. They go to Spectrier, but this isn't even a problem anymore. Because at this stage... Ooh, can I Calm Mind again? I can Calm Mind again, actually. They're leftovers. Oh, can they stall this out? They can't. Well, maybe they can, actually. Okay, well now they definitely can. Okay. This is a problem. I have Psychic Noise, Wired Ear. I might have to do that. Because this is really bad all of a sudden. I mean, I have 7 Hydro Pumps. Yeah, 38. They're gonna have... I have to hit 4 Hydros in a row. That's not a very good odds, but what I can do is I can weaken it to put it in range of Ice Shard. I have to hit attacks though. At fundamentally. Okay, I have to hit attacks now. Okay. Okay, now, because I only have 2, so obviously I got lucky. For this to work out, I got lucky. I really want a Secret Sword on Cacturne. The idea is they want to stall out Hydro Pump. I'm bad. I didn't think they would stay in. I thought they would go Cacturne to try and fish up a PP stall there. Whatever, I'll do it now. Okay. That kind of worked. So I hit like what? I hit 7 out of 8, which is lucky. I kind of want to keep Keldeo alive because I think Secret Sword is going to be good, but if there's an Azelf, it's probably not going to be great. I have Weird Ear though. I can go to Weird Ear. They Stealth Rock, okay. I mean, that makes sense. At this point, I was kind of out of commission anyway. Life Orb. Yeah, my Keldeo's done for. It did its job though. Got lucky enough. They go to Tauros. At this point, I'm just going to sacrifice Keldeo. Or I'm going to paralyze him instead and 1-8 KO. Yeah, a good way to start game 1 is to get really lucky. Now, you can maybe go to Cacturne, but you have to fear Megahorn, don't you? Yeah, you have to fear Megahorn. I don't think you can even go Cacturne. You can Sucker Punch here. At this point, I sacrifice Keldeo. It's not doing anything. They knock off, that's fine. I have Titan. Ooh, I like Titan. I'm going to Superpower in case they want to go to Heatran. I don't think they will, but if they want to, I have it ready. Yep, okay, good. I'll sacrifice. They go to Breloom, okay. Mach Punch does knock me out. I just shard for damage. And now Miss Magius looks real good. Oh, they Spore, which is also good. I'm gonna go Weird Ear now. Mach Punch. I have a ton of options here. I'm gonna Body Slam. They go to Heatran. Doesn't have the item anymore. You can't really pivot around. If you go Azelf, I get leftovers. You're not doing enough to me. Yep, there we go. No burn. Yeah. And at this point, it should be pretty free. Yep, we go to Azelf now. And we go to Rotom, sorry. I can also Pain Split, can't I? No, there's no need. Yeah, good thing I didn't. Yeah, I think this should be fine now. Go to Plusle. And Plusle should be able to beat Azelf 1v1. If we get crit... Oh, that's strong. Okay. Wait, did I choke? Yeah, okay. I risked a crit there. But alright, that was good to go. Good thing we kept our terrestrialization available. The value of keeping Terra available is really large. You ideally want to save it as much as you can, unless you're getting about 1 to 2 kills. That's the only time I would use Terra early, is if you're getting 1 to 2 knockouts with it. Alright, Tinkaton into Snorlax. I believe this is pretty good for me. They could have Earthquake. I think it's fine. I suppose I should be more scared of Earthquake. I do have Encore Whimsicott, so I like Whimsicott here. It covers Earthquake and it covers a switch. So they go to Skarmory. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. I don't have a fly... Like, Tinkaton does not beat Skarmory. And I have like a lot of physical attackers. I'm going to try... The problem with Palkia is that Snorlax then gives me trouble. So they have like a pretty good Spadef core. Is the way through Honchkrow? I think the way through that is Honchkrow, because you have the mixed attacker. That's the way you get through Snorlax Skarmory. Yep, Heat Wave is the obvious threat here when you switch it in like that. So I'm going to Brave Bird. Yep, there we go. 51? I wish it was a little stronger. Now I have ideas, though. Do I Terra Dark Lash Out? No, that's too weak. Never mind. I probably just... I wish I had knockoff on Cacturne. I probably have to just be patient here. They can Stealth Rock. If it's leftovers, it's not Assault Vest. They could Ice Beam too. Ice Beam wouldn't do a lot of damage, but I want to keep Honchkrow alive. I think the mixed attacker is going to be good. The problem is, I think I just take damage. I take damage for now. Because I do have, you know, a 40% chance to knock out Swampert right now. So it's not even terrible to go for it. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, I don't faint. Okay. I'm not... I didn't get great value, to be honest. Didn't get great value. We'll go Tinkaton, though. Can I... This is going to be, you know, tricky. Let's knock off, get rid of the item. That's going to be useful. Go to Honchkrow again. They get more hazards up. At this point, they're just going to go Screamtail. Or not. I can't believe they were willing to risk the damage there. Because Screamtail was always free. Like, Screamtail could always come in no matter what. So I was surprised to let them see them weaken Skarmory there. We'll drop a Hydro. Hopefully get meaningful damage on Pokemon like Snorlax, for example. Okay, maybe not. They don't know how valuable Skarmory is. It walls my entire team. They don't know how valuable that is to them. Yeah, they go to Screamtail now. Okay. I suppose it's my reward for all the Hydro Pumps I hit last game. Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, they go to Skarmory. Go back to Palkia. They Whirlwind. Okay, I can at least I can tidy up now. A triple axle. Come on. That would have done 60, which I really needed. We'll Thunder Wave this time. Okay, that's something. It's not great. There's something though. Go to Tinkaton again. It doesn't have Earthquake, I don't think. I'm gonna double switch Palkia back in. Into Skarmory, we'll throw off another Hydro Pump. There we go. Okay, perfect. We got rid of a key Pokemon there. I think at this point, Palkia has done its job. We'll Thunder Wave, we'll Faint, yeah. Yeah, now things are looking a lot... Actually, no, I want to substitute... Okay, thank God. I was scared of... Now I can Encore them. They go to Snorlax, I'm fine. We'll Leech. I'm scared of Encore, like T-Wave. Okay. I'm just going to drop a Gigaton Hammer. I feel like they could go Screamtail. They have to switch. They have Deoxys Defense? Okay. Knock that off. I have to find a way to win with Chinchino. They recover. I'm going to Leech. I could Encore the recover, but I feel like they might switch, yeah. Should I Encore to keep them low? I think I can. I'm risking the para. Yeah, but keeping Snorlax low is valuable enough. I guess I'm not really keeping them all that low. Okay. So they have Encore. They've confirmed Encore. Okay. Okay. Which means... Do I? I mean, where else am I going to use my Terra? Ooh, okay. 62, alright. So I forced them to use their Terra. I can go to Cacturn. The problem is that the Screamtail is such a broken Pokemon in random battles. What, they went Hydreigon? Okay. U-turn. Because it tanks everything and has Encore and Wish, which is, like, anything defensive is generally really good. Okay. So at least I have to find a way to win with Chinchino. I mean, this does nothing. It does nothing, but it does force him to use recovers. Yep, okay. Come on. Go Cacturn. They go to Screamtail. Yeah, I have to find a way to get Chinchino going. Okay. We will This is tricky. Tidy up again. Yeah, the main problem is Screamtail, and we're running low on Leech Seed as well. Leech again. We're running way too low on Leech. Okay. Now they're gonna Encore probably. In fact, they're definitely gonna Encore, so I have to switch. Go Chinchino. Well, okay, they went Snorlax. Alright. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, it's turning into a PP stall here. Okay. Okay. Alright, have I found an opening here with Leech? Okay, maybe I found an opening, maybe not. The thing is, we always have Cacturn, so that keeps us, you know, fine, I guess you can call it. We're running them low now. Because Sword Power does very little damage at this point. Critical hit, we need one of those. Okay. Yeah, at this point... Ugh, come on. At this point, Stored Power is doing very little damage. And they've run out of Recover as well. Alright, we can go Cacturn now. Yep, we've ran them low. If they want to go Hydreigon, we Drain Punch. Let's go. Go Screamtail, that's fine-ish. They've ran us out of Leech. They have only 4 Encore. Okay, got him. Come on. Let's go. I don't know why they went Hydreigon there. Yeah, Chinchino is what we have to use to win. We have to use Chinchino to win. Yeah, the Deoxys being permanently walled by Cacturn is very good. But without healing... Go to Snorlax now. Okay. We have Encore if they want to try something. Yep, okay. Go to Deoxys Defense. We go Cacturn. Okay, got him on. Now we got him. Yep, now we're finally making progress here. Okay. Yep. There we go. Finally. Finally. It took a while, but we finally made progress. Yeah. We want to set up on Deoxys. That way we don't run into issues with Snorlax. There we go. Okay. I hope we don't run into issues with Snorlax here. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yep, that didn't matter too much. Now we Bullet Seed for 100% accurate attacks there. And finally, this game took a long time, but we finally got the win. And we will gain 20 elo from that, hopefully. More like 15. We gained 17 from that. But yeah, that was a pretty long, it's pretty drawn out game overall. But it kind of came down to a PP stall. kind of wasn't. I think at some point it just got a little muddled at the end there, but I think it was a good win overall. Alright, Basculin to Hitmonchan. Wave Crash is an Oko. But I don't need to do that because they might have a grass type, you know, and I have Granbull too. So I'm going to flip turn. If they stay in, I did good damage and I have a counter. And more likely they're switching out and flip turn gives me momentum. Yep, exactly. I would have knocked it out. It's fine that I didn't because I go Granbull. Yep, look at that. Beautiful. Again, I'm expecting a switch. They could maybe Poison Jab if they have it. Yep. Okay, I guess this is the worst possible outcome right now. What happened here? At least I paralyzed Screamtail though. And they are looking weak to Basculin. We'll use this as an opportunity for Sticky Web. Do I have a Ghost type? No. So the Hitmonchan... No, if it has Poison Jab, it doesn't have Rapid Spin, right? So we can Sticky Web. Yeah, Volt Switch into Granbull. They Poison Jabbed. Am I faster? No, I'm not, because they didn't get affected by Sticky Web, right? Yeah. Alright, well, this time we will go Basculin, because we know they're weak to... Well, we think they're weak to Basculin. Yep, there we go. Banded Basculin with Sticky Web support. We have another Fairy type, which is good. We're going to double switch back to Basculin because Daxman is pretty weak overall. It's not going to do a lot of damage. So we want to scout for flip turn, scout for basically what happened here. They're not in range yet, so we're going to flip turn, not wave crash. They play rough, okay. So as we're fine, to be honest. We have to be careful, but we're fine. Yeah, this might take some maneuvering, but with Wish, Screamtail isn't really a threat. I have to be aware of like Thunder Wave. We're gonna scout Thunder Wave. Because I do get a feeling it could have Thunder Wave. So the way that Switch makes me think it didn't have Thunder Wave, I can't do anything about hazards. I'm gonna play rough because I'm immune to a Willow Burn anyway. That was a good outcome. Nice crit. Yeah, 28 again. Wish. I don't think it's T-Wave. Play rough only has 13, right? Yeah, so we can stall that out. Kind of, we're getting a lot of, I guess, drawn out games more and more. I'm going to play rough in case they want to try and greed a Frost last play. I don't get the feeling they're T-Wave. They would have used it earlier. You go to Ursaring, okay. That's still not a threat though, is it? I guess being paralyzed is a big problem that I should have been more attentive to. Ooh, okay, that's not good. Okay, the double? Well, now at least I have Wave Crash coming in. I'm a little weaker to Hydreigon now. To be honest, I don't think I played that correct. I should have kept Daxman alive. They Dark Pulse, that is Choice Specs, yep. Yep, they're in Wave Crash range. Likely to faint, not guaranteed. but it's not worth tearing for the guaranteed knockout. So we are likely. It's 87.5%. There we go. Yeah, and this time they go to... Oh, they had Malamar. Oh, boy. Well, I have U-turn Serena. How fast is Malamar? I have to give up Basculin. You know, I have Banded U-turn. They have Terra. So I could maybe high jump kick. Nah, I lose now. I lose for sure. Yeah. Malamar into Sticky Web. I'll admit, it's a bit of a problem. Alright, let's get one more game. I don't want to end on a loss there. Let's get one more game. Okay, Bramblegast into Quagsire. I'm going to Poltergeist, expecting a switch. I guess we're at the point where people can just like make random plays at some point. A Power Whip. No, actually, I'm going to play aggressive. I'm going to go Palafin, predicting, you know, something. That way I can activate it later. Because it's going to be tough to find a way to get Palafin in naturally. Yep, got Palafin in. Fortunately, we have Tyranitar, which takes on Toucannon pretty well. Yep, okay. They could burn me. I feel like Quagsire is the most likely play. Yeah, I feel like... Okay, they do that. Yep. Now they're going to... the problem here... So I'm going to knock off into Quagsire. The problem here is I don't do a lot of damage to Toucannon. Yep, now I've baited them. So I'm going to go Hatterene now. Yep, there we go. I couldn't have done that a turn earlier because they would just recover. So I had to waste a turn with Ice Punch and then go for it. This kind of worked. They go to Ampharos. Okay. Okay. This is fine. We have leftovers. We have healing. That's AV. Look at that damage heal though. Yeah, this is just real good. Oh, Draining Kiss is a contact move. I forgot. That's funny. Well, I mean, very few Pokemon can beat a healing Hatterene. Because we have the special defense. Yep, there we go. Alright. 2191, that's where we're going to end. But what I was saying was that Hatterene's physical defense is good enough, and the fairy typing is tough to beat. It's very tough to beat a healing Hatterene. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.